What's up, and thanks for watching. I'm Mike Janela with the New York Mets, and today we're talking to the newest manager of the Brooklyn Cyclones, Luis Rivera. Luis, what's up?
How you doing? How
I'm
you
doing
doing?
great. Thanks so much for taking the time to chat with us, and congratulations on the gig. This is great news for you. How you feeling? What's it like these days to be you?
I'm feeling very happy to for the opportunity to become the manager for the Brooklyn Cyclones, and I feel blessed right now. Great opportunity for me and my family.
Well, we're happy for you because you have managed once before. That was down in rookie ball, and you've been a
Mhm.
coach all up and down the Mets organization the last decade plus. But this is the highest level that you're going to be managing at yet. So, what excites you the most about this opportunity? What are you most excited about with this season coming up?
Oh, definitely. It's very exciting. It's gonna be a different stage, a very challenging stage comparing from Kingsport, where it's like the most, I don't know, 400 fans comparing to 2,000, 3,000, even more. Also, interviews, which in Kingsport, I get a local newspaper guy, and that's it. But here, the stage is gonna be a lot bigger. A lot of challenges, older guys to be, in charge of that, and I feel happy for the challenge, for the new challenge. I think, through the years being a bench coach in 2018 with Luis Rojas and with Chad Kruger and being around, I think, I feel like I'm prepared to, be in Brooklyn and keep learning.
Well, we're your first interview, I guess. We'll take it easy on you to get you nice and warmed up for the summer for all the extra media you got to deal with. So what was your reaction? Because you mentioned all the guys you've worked under and this opportunity you have now. When you found out, well, number one, how did you find out that you were getting this opportunity? And what was your initial reaction? Was it excitement? Was it, all right, finally, it's my chance? Was it, I mean, what was it like?
Well, quite honest, I was surprised that they sent me to Brooklyn, because usually they send like a ex big league player, through the years, but I guess they trust me. They asked me what I want to do for next year. I told them, well, I think I want to manage again. I told them, I feel like I have good leadership skills, and I think like I can develop these kids the right way. So they they heard me, and they just gave me the opportunity. I'm very, very, very excited that they gave me this opportunity.
Uh, you said you thought they'd go for a former big leaguer. Instead, they went for a former Cyclone because you played here.
Yes.
You were an all-star back in '09. So you're the first person ever that played for the Cyclones and is going to manage the Cyclones. That's got to be pretty cool. Your team history, literally.
I know. I wrote that, and I got really excited and happy. Actually, it was my wife that told me, "Hey, look what I wrote! Like, you're the first uh, Cyclone player that's going to manage for the first time in the history." Oh, that's a cool fact. I'm very happy for that.
That's great, man. You're an awesome trivia answer, even before you
Yeah.
step foot on the field this season. How do you think that's going to help you? Because you mentioned that it's a unique experience, Brooklyn minor league, the whole system. But for you, having been here as a player, now you're still a young person too to be here as a manager. How do you think that's going to make you stand out as a manager?
Well, I quite honestly, I don't know if it's gonna help me or not. But I just people will know that. And I've been around. I know the system. I know how busy, and also how busy and hard can be Brooklyn, because I've been around. But I think I have like a step ahead, knowing how things works over there, even though I never been in that stage of being a manager. But I know quite, I think I know a little bit how things are done around in that area.
How different is it? Because playing in Brooklyn, it's not like a lot of other minor league towns. You're playing in Appleton, Wisconsin, or Hickory, North Carolina, right? It's Brooklyn. You're in New York City. So as a person who's played here, how much different is the minor league experience for a player playing here at Coney Island versus
I
anywhere else
know,
in the
yeah.
country?
The people is different. It's gonna be a lot of energy. The fans obviously get very into it. If you don't do uh things the right way, they're gonna boo you. Well, they boo you anyway. but the fans in Brooklyn, I think, they're very excited, very energetic, and quite honestly, I love that. That's how I grew up playing in Puerto Rico, playing winter ball. I like, being that stage, fans screaming, even though if they boo you, that give me more, cheering or boo you, that give me more energy to keep doing what I know. Teaching baseball and trying to win some games. So I like all that, the good ambience, the atmosphere that the fans bring to the game.
We love passionate fans, and Mets fans, whether it's at the big league level down to low A even. That's something we love having in the organization. You're most likely going to get your hands too on some really good players this summer. What's your approach like when you're dealing with really high-end prospects, guys that could really have a bright future, and this is their first maybe real taste of professional baseball? How do you go about working with guys like that?
So I've been around good prospects even since I played. So I think it's nothing different, man. Like, you got to be yourself. You got to treat everybody the same. You got to put the work there, the extra work there. And they have to be willing to listen, and they have to be willing to work hard. It's nothing different. You got to be yourself and keep working hard to try to develop them to the maximum capacity. And I live through that. That's how I am.
Treat everybody the same. That's kind of a good rule for life in general, right?
Yes.
What about the age and the personal part? Because you're dealing with, at single A now, you're dealing with mostly younger guys. Some of these are still kids, right? They're still teenagers. Some of these players, very different than dealing with major leaguers or guys who are in AAA that have done this for a while. You're still a young guy too. How do you stay connected with this kind of younger generation to get through to them and teach them the things that you have to teach them?
I think you gotta be honest. You gotta be honest. You gotta be yourself. You gotta be genuine. Okay, you gotta be positive, and you gotta try to establish a good relationship, a good work environment. As soon as you establish a good work environment, and you are like very honest with them, genuine, and you formulate that relationship with your players, I think you're gonna be fine. I know it takes time. Some guys will take longer than other ones, but I knew a few guys from that group, and I think like trying to help them doing things the right way, and like they see you care about them, that you're positive of teaching and doing that. That's how you build a relationship, and they will follow you. They like to be taught. They like to get better. So I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Well, it sounds like you have a good handle on how people like to be worked with and talked to and dealt with. So of all the things about your coaching style and your soon-to-be managing style again, what do you think makes you unique? What makes Luis Rivera the manager that you are that nobody else is?
I think two things. I think my personality. I consider myself very humble and genuine. I'm very clear with you guys. I'm gonna be straightforward with you. I'm gonna tell you how it is. And I'm a workaholic. I'm gonna work hard. Like I said, to try to get your maximum potential. That's how I am. But I think I'm also good at getting to know people, getting to know the players, getting that confidence, that trust with the players. I think I'm known for that. So hopefully this year I can do the same thing and have positive results with every player.
And we're excited to see how that goes. What's the timeline like now? What's on your to-do list between now and the start of the season?
I'm reading some books from mindsets, and I'm very busy with my kids. I have a 6-year-old kid and a 4-year-old girl that I'm trying to spend as much time I can with them. Now they're doing soccer. My boy's doing soccer and baseball, and my little girl's doing soccer. So my hands are quite a bit full right now, doing all that stuff. But I'm happy. As much time I can spend with them before I leave, it will be nice. So I'm blessed to be here now, spending time with my family, because it's gonna be a long season, and it's not gonna be easy season. So I'm glad I'm still here, and spending time with my family.
Hey, if you can manage a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old and all their sports schedules, you can definitely manage some baseball players. I got a good feeling about that.
Gotta be patient, right?
Hey, you have to be. That's the perfect way to learn how to manage. I think it's to be a parent of some young children. Luis, before we let you go, are you in the mood for some quick hitter questions? We'll do a couple rapid fire fun questions. What do you think?
Yeah, let's see.
All right, let's do it. So obviously Brooklyn, famous. They're playing there on Coney Island. You've been there as a player. How many Nathan's hot dogs could you eat in one sitting?
Me? Oh, I don't know. One sitting. I don't know. Maybe. What do you mean? I mean, how many minutes one sitting? Or how do you mean?
Until you want to give up. I'm just putting a plate of like 100 in front of you. How many before you say I'm done?
Nah, I would say five only, man. I'm
All
not.
right, hey,
I'm not.
five's a lot.
I'm not. I'm not a hot dog guy, but I think I can shoot five.
All right, that's good. That's good. That's a solid number, I think. While I have food on my mind, you mentioned growing up in Puerto Rico, some of the best food, there is. Where can you get the best Puerto Rican food in New York City?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been around that much. All the time that I've been in New York, I'm from the field to my apartment. I don't know. This is the first time I'm gonna be so long for many years, for many months. So I might find a good spot in New York to eat Puerto Rican food. But as now, I don't know a Puerto Rican place.
All right.
Hopefully, I find one.
Yeah, you got your priorities, obviously what happens on the field with your players, but then on an off day, like a second part of the list, find a good spot and keep us updated.
Yes.
You're going to be managing a lot of young guys. Are you on TikTok, Luis?
Me, sometimes I watch TikTok, but I'm not sometimes I am TikTok. Yes, yes.
Are you a social media
Let's say
person?
yeah.
Are you a social
I'm
media
not.
person in general?
I'm not a big social media guy. I'm kind of like traditional, old-fashioned guy. I'm not that techno. I'm not that social media.
Good. More time to focus on the baseball and not worry about the Instagram or the
Yes.
TikTok. I like that. And then the last question for you, Luis, in 10 seconds or less, tell us why should people who are in New York City that are watching this come out to see a Brooklyn Cyclones game this year?
Because I think it's gonna be a fun year. We're gonna have a nice group of guys, talented guys that they're gonna make the game fun and hopefully we win some games, and go to the playoff.
I love it. Well, with you at the charge of the ship, I got a good feeling about this season for those young men down there in Brooklyn. Luis, thank you so much for taking the time. Best of luck with everything this season.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it.
All right, he's Luis Rivera. I'm Mike Janela, and for all of us here at the Mets, thanks for watching. And let's go, Mets and Cyclones.